Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So straight into the action. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
Rummenigge was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Oh no, this does not look good. He's picked his way, and he shoots! And here's Cruyff. It is a corner.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Oh, good climb! And he thumps it clear. Firm header just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
England have their second corner now. Silvesh gets it away. And it's Varane. Lille have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Hunnit. Rooney in acres of space out wide. Stam does really well to win the ball there. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Adams. Figo. And it's Figo. That has ended up in no man's land. Lille still without a single shot on target. Oh, this is a great position. Ibrahimovic! Goal! England! England take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
England have penetrated for the first time.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Roberto Carlos is always looking to play quality balls. Lille are trailing against the run of play. That pass has been well intercepted. Cruyff. Oh, super ball. Strokes it back. Rooney going forward. Rummenigge. Looking for the run. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's managed to get free. Tries a shot! Oh, can he get onto this? Oh, well played, well sorted out. Almost half an hour in now.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Silvestre. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. And the shot! Oh, that wasn't far away.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away. England really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Rooney. Here's Figo. Figo makes a move down the right. Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Roberto Carlos.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Pullet is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And that has put paid to that. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Now it's Cruyff, and this is Ronaldo. Cruyff. Vieira. That's a sharp pass. Pirlo proves too strong. Gently done. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's being urged to shoot. And they're back on the ball again. Vieira. Quality ball. Now he's off and running. And the referee says that is that for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Lille trailing by the tightest of margins at half-time.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. And we are back on the way.
Lille can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Rooney. Now it's Pullet. And it's Rooney. Now it's Figo. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rijkaard. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Vieira. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Figo. Ball in towards the middle. Towering header! And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Cruyff. Still chasing the game, trailing by one. It's Ibrahimovic! Now, who's going to be first to this? And it's Rijkaard. It's a threatening big chance! It's hit the upright.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And they win it back again. England do have a chance to counter here. Here's a man who his teammates can look to in all times. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Rooney. Rummenigge. Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. They've got to make this nice and quick.
Rijkaard. Oh, good spread. Bigo making good progress on the right-hand side. Varane tries to clear. Now, what about a counter-attack? Can he get on the end of this? Silvestre. Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Beckham carries the ball down the right. Nesta. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's shifting through the gears here. Rooney, great chance! Pullet with the short one. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Deftly away.
Lille really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, it's come loose. Rafael Varane. Pirlo conjures time and space where few can. Nicely spread. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Drives it in. Keeper has taken decisive action. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. This is a promising build-up. And he's quick to snatch it back. Great vision. Chance! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Adams gets it away. He's having a hit! And he's following up! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Rijkaard really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Oh, good effort! And that's a sharp finish. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. Certain, searing and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and made it perfectly.
England have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
Rijkaard. And that is as far as it goes. Lille were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. Jim, how do you interpret this formation?
Well, what tends to happen...
Rummenigge shoots! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Oh, good-looking ball. Now, what about a counter-attack? Messi knocks it into space. Pull it, and a header! And there's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Looking to play him in. Rummenigge receives it in a wide position. Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Varane is there and he can get that clear. Silvestre. And it's Rijkaard. Looking tidy in possession here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Rummenigge! Goal! Nil! And again they hit the front. Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Lille have their lead. Nicely weighted ball. He's in plenty of space here. And he gets rid in a hurry. Rooney. And a chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
So, third corner of the game. And he's there to clear it. And it's Rooney. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Ferdinand. Del Piero running at top gear. Strong running down that left flank. Del Piero. Lovely feet. Pirlo. Good read, needed to be. Rummenigge could complete a hat-trick here, Jim. What do you reckon?
Well, I think he's got every chance, and he's got plenty of time too to get his third. And the way he's gone about this match, he looks very much like he could even end up getting more. He's full of hunger and running.
Tries to pass it through. Neither of these two want to come off second best. In by Gullit. Rooney! It's in! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Lille go up by 2 and are looking good.
They've seen the light and the opposition have been left in the dark.
And that's it. And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with Achraf Hakimi, who has proven himself in many of the top leagues at such a young age, Peter. He's tactically very astute, he's versatile anywhere on that right flank, and you see him make overlap after overlap, and he loves to stretch defences.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Delivered across. A look and place it forward.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Ribéry. The ball goes, great leap! Nearly, but not quite.
Filippo Inzaghi certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Pirlo. And it's Hullet. Great defending, strong and determined. Good running, strong and purposeful. And here's Hullet. Figo crosses. That should get the job done. Looking for the run. Silvestre, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Hullet. Tries to cross. Well read. And the danger is averted.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies.
Figo clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
That's an excellent interception.
Lille really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green.
Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit.
There's the shot! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
OK, credit him for his willingness to run at people, but you really shouldn't be afforded so much space down the middle of the pitch.
Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. And that was very necessary. Hullet was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Figo, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Still goalless. Figo. Silvestre. And it's Rooney. Ribéry. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Hullet. Hullet! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! He's got himself an absolute peach.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
Maldini is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, played through for the wide man. And it's Rooney.
Lille truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
Spread to the right. That's a corner kick.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, didn't catch it right.
Well, just too much pressure on him in the end, Peter.
Lille have their third corner.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Well, that is one way to stop him. Goes down, but nothing given. Pirlo. Always goal side. Oh, well played, well played.
Filippo Inzaghi clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rummenigge. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Lille currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 9.
So the action resumes.
Camisa 18.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Pullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Nesta is very much of the non-shell pass school of defending. Hakimi. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. He's having a shot! Rijkaard. Defending was strong and firm. He's a sharp little ball here. Getting too much time on... Oh no, what has happened here? That is ended up in no man's land. Vigo is looking to influence the game from out wide. Lille still this single goal behind. Pirlo. Oh, it's Dembele. Silvestre. Rooney. And it's Rijkaard. Just about up to the hour now. And here's Pullet. And he shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Crosses it in. Maldini clears it away. Vigo has it out wide and in space.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 5.
Another throw-in.
Camisa 11. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 10. Camisa
Bale.
6.
No way through. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rummenigge going about things with real menace. Nesta proves too strong, too smart. Now it's Bale.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Rummenigge.
Niceties are not part of this approach. This is actually quite aggressive.
It's played through for him. Oh, well played.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Nice sequence of passes, this.
truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Lille really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And here's Dembele. Now, who's going to be first to this? Silvestre.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. Sao Paulo couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Now it's Hullet. Rijkaard. And he welcomes it in. He's got away. So much time and space here. So their fourth corner of the game.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 7. Sai para a entrada do jogador. Camisa 41.
And he's there to clear it. They're up to 5 corners now. Defending of the desperate variety. Oh, good take in a good area. Delivers with terrific effort. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Opts for safety. Nesta. Yaya Toure, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. This is Dembele, and he's straight offside.
Sao Paulo nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
Rooney.
Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
And it's Hullet. Yaya Toure. Ferdinand kept his eye on it, and he's there. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. That's a lovely, neat pass. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So things are underway.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's such an all-round threat. He has that blistering pace that he can use to beat the best defenders, and it's very difficult to stop him once he starts linking up with others, once he's made that inside run.
Defending of the desperate variety. And this is Hullet. Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. So perhaps now the breakthrough. He scores for sure! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
So, a breakthrough already. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Hullet. Oh, this is a very good run. And here's Figo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And now they can spring out of defence. He won't be happy with that one. Pepe cuts it out. Best. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rooney. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Lille leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Lampard. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
First quarter of an hour gone. Looking tidy in possession here. It's Pele! That was quite a hit. Now it's Pele. Pele drive. Decent chance! And he hits the net. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
We're looking at and another try! Goal! Nil! And they're back in front! Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Pele going face-to-face with his great rival. Now it's Hullet. Figo, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable. Pepe. Lampard, looking to pass their way up the pitch. And it's Lampard. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Can he spark a counter here? Figo. Pepe kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. 15 minutes till half-time. Best.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now the Defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Czech breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Figo. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Oh, it's played into the area. Czech claims it, safe hands. Lampard, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Zanetti. Rummenigge. And this is Hullet. Figo. Real chance! And that's a sharp finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Shot a goal! Rooney. Oh, it's come loose! And claimed it back swiftly. Rooney conjures time and space where few can. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Lille claiming the lion's share of the 4 goals, up by 3-1 at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Oh, that's well spotted. Roberto Carlos. Passing is crisp and sharp. And the counter is on. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Might be dangerous. And the finish! Lampard, and that's really well manoeuvred. Vieira. Silvestre is looking to influence the game from out wide. And it's Vieira. Lille ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Messi makes a dash for it. Rooney looking to add to his goal.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He can run onto that. And this is Figo. Delivered in. There's the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 3 coming up. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Mali have the chance to go the other way. Chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Goes to finish! No, just not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Threads one in.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Ferdinand. Rummenigge, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. He is through here. Skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Rooney. Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Oh, that's fabulous. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Could move up a gear here. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Hullet. Great defending, strong and determined. Vieira. Silvestre providing an outlet on that flank. Pepe tries to clear. Messi. Mali are looking to break at pace. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And this is Figo. And that's an excellent interception. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Rooney. Rummenigge. Out towards the flank. And that should get the job done. And he's been shifted off it. It's Lampard. Zanetti did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Pelé. And here's Yamal. Rooney. Vieira. And Silvestre. Knocks it into space.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Attention, changement.
So here comes a substitution. Hullet. And it's O'Shea. Some really good ball movement. Rijkaard. Here's Figo. Hullet. Now it's Figo. He's got away. And that is headed for the middle. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Mali do have a chance to counter here. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose them. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We are just getting started. Brazil have gone 4-3-3. Jim, how do you interpret that?
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not...
Shot a goal! Oh, what? Has another go! What a wonderful goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
That's shocking, the ease with which he was in.
Chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Goes for the shot! Just eases him off the ball. Good play on the left-hand side here. It's played through for him. And he was alert to it. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Figo. That's a lovely, neat pass. Great defending, strong and determined. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Knocks it out wide. It's a good-looking delivery. Rummenigge. Nicely weighted ball. Tries the cross. And that is expertly dealt with. Could move up a gear here. No way through. And it's Hullet. Rooney can so cleverly bypass the press. That's going across goal. Lille very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Vieira. Hullet.
Brazil definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
And he was quick to react. And that has put paid to that. Silvestre getting forward. And there's green grass ahead of him. Not a hint of offside here. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Played out wide. It's a goal kick. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Best going face-to-face with it. Shoots! And it's in! They are right back in business.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Mbappe. Rijkaard. And he's found a way past. Good read, needed to be.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Silvestre is always looking to play quality balls. Van Dijk. Threads one in. Real chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Rooney actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's Figo. Backward it goes. 40 minutes gone. Rummenigge! Now who's going to be first to this? He slings it in. Schmeichel claims it. Safe hands. Looking for options for movement. Now Mbappe. Mbappe! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Platini. Vieira. Rummenigge. Silvestre. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I think it's been a fantastic watch, with chances created at either end. But it has to be said, neither team have been particularly clinical with their finishing.
Lille are level pegging, and the finish! He scored!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game, but that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Brazil are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another? You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Passes coming off in quick succession here. That's a good ball. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. Seedorf has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Rummenigge. Silvestre on a strong run here. Best given the lift of his goal. Oh, he's found support out wide. Pullet. Good ball, good take. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Taken back almost at once. Distributed tidily.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Vieira. Best. Passing is crisp and sharp. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now this could be a chance. Oh, well played, well played.
Lille really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Rummenigge. That's been cut out, well played. Best. Rooney.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Rooney will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Strong running down that left flank.
That's good play from him.
Looking for the far post. Takes a shot! Oh, he's been caught napping.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And that's gone route one. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Maldini. And it's Vieira. He's had a shot!
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 7. Camisa
Quick look,
4,
thought about cutting inside.
Camisa 17.
And the assistant referee
Camisa
rightly gives him
8,
offside.
Camisa 9. Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 22. Camisa 5. Camisa 6.
Opts for
Camisa
safety.
20.
Pullet
Camisa
might just make this.
24.
Well, they've got it again. 5 minutes left on the clock. Rooney, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Azar.
Lille really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Knocks it into space. Well, that pass isn't the best. Rijkaard. So just 1 extra minute for stoppages. Thuram carries. And that is that. Lille did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for the...
Gets his head on it! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, it really shouldn't be allowed to happen again. It needs to be dealt with at source.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Ferdinand cuts it out. Tries to play it through. Oh, well played, well played. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Shapes to shoot! And he's really put himself on the line here. Beckham, the regular corner taker.
Yeah, it may not seem important, but it is. I think the first corner can always set the tone.
Rijkaard can get it clear. And it's Beckham. And here's Mbappe. Lille are looking to go forward now. And they can counter here. Rummenigge spread out to the left. Wriggles his way through, and he decides to cross it. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Serginho. That has ended up in no man's land. Vieira. Foot in. And here's Mbappe. Adams.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to go.
There's the shot! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. That is good alertness. Still goalless. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Rummenigge, always looking for that half a chance. Now it's Mbappe. Serginho. Oh, the ball's gone astray. And he's quick to return it. And it's Beckham. And Beckham! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Beckham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. McAllister. And Serginho. Mbappe. Rooney. Vieira. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Beckham. Oh, it's come loose. Beckham! It's off target and by quite a way.
Milan certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Great pressure, plenty of it. And it's Beckham. Yamal. Can he finish? Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Silvestre. Always onto this. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Lille clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Swung over. Serginho is onto it in a flash. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So what can they make of this? No, didn't quite have the weight on it. And it's Serginho. Beckham. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Adams. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Hullet. Threads one in, and this is Rooney. Rooney. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's there to belt it away. And smartly reclaimed. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Rummenigge. Beckham. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Hullet. And it's Serginho. Pass somewhat off target.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Strong running down that left flank. Oh, that's a fine interception. And the referee has signalled for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. Back on the way then.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Played out towards the right wing. Figo is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
The muscular approach does pay off here. Now it's Hullet. McAllister. Beckham. And he shoots! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an up.
It's Rooney! Superb goal!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
No way through. Costa Curta.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work.
He's had a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. And that should get the job done.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And it's made its way to him.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn. Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
That's been slipped through. Yamal! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here, because that was a magnificent save.
And here's Yamal. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. McAllister. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a
great chance! And that was struck with genuine force.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Milan are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 14.
Number 3 coming up.
Numero 11. Numero 27. Numero 23. Beckham. Lasciano il campo per il numero 10.
75 minutes played.
Messi.
That's an excellent interception.
Il numero
Milan
15.
really are showing all the necessary...
Oh, he's been caught napping! Figo crosses. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Milan have reclaimed it. And it's Rooney. He can run onto that. Tries a shot! And he hits the net! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
It's full on! A real chance and a real let-off.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 18.
Milan have opted to make another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Oh, well measured. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bernardo Silva. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking to play him in. That has been cut short. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. That looks a good ball through. And the shot! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Rijkaard wins the duel this time. Now, can they get him away? And that could set him on his way. He leaps for it! Costa Curta, real chance! Oh, terrific save! And we're done. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Lille.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. And we're underway. Manchester United have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that it provides you with extra presence in attack. With many shaky defences about, getting the right partnership in that department can pay rich dividends as long as there's a good early supply. So playing two strikers can be a real help to this team. I mean, 4-4-2 these days, Peter, gets a lot of criticism, but it's unfair. Any system can work if you've got the right players.
And they can counter here. Ibrahimovic. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. Pullet is herring after that one. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carried. There's the shot! Messi. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Seedorf. And it's Neymar. Rijkaard. Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Wow, look who's involved.
Figo, who can single-handedly make a difference. That's very neat. And it's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Neymar. That is lovely. Lofted in. Terrific effort! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Driving on and making good progress. He's had it taken off him. Neymar venturing down the left. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Good ball, good take. That's a sharp pass. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Neymar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Rummenigge. Silvestre. Threads one in. Can he get onto this? It's gone for a throw-in. And it's Vieira. Neymar is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. They're urging him to shoot. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Vieira. Rooney. Great vision. Takes a shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's gone backward here. He's going for goal! Now that is commitment to the cause. Corner number 2 then. And now they can spring out of defence. He's being chased here by an unwelcome guest. Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Vieira. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Messi. Chance!
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, good-looking ball. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. And we are back on the way. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Bullet is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Bullet, ball's played through.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled. Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Manchester United are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back.
And Cruyff! He's done very well to get to that.
Cruyff really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Thuram. It'll be a throw-in.
The
And it's
attendance for
Messi.
this match was 70,900.
And here's Ibrahimovic. It's a threatening ball. And here's Cruyff. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Ibrahimovic. Vieira. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Cruyff! It's in! It is the pick-me-up they all long for. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's Neymar. Oh, that's neat.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 14, Johan Cruyff. Number 9, Ibrahimovic. Number 21, Messi. Number 18, Neymar.
Baggio plays it
Number
short.
8,
Roberto Baggio.
coming on the field.
Hazard.
Number 20.
He is just caressing the
Number
ball.
10, Pele.
Shot, surely!
Number 13, Baggio.
I think the message
Number
here is
7,
quite clear, Peter. They want another one
Number
and will
41,
seemingly keep going until they get it.
Now this could be a chance. Engages and forces him off the ball. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Rummenigge. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, truly brave defending.
Some inspired work that. It's good that someone knew exactly what they were doing.
Swings it across. And it's Hazard. Now it's Pele. Pele stood his ground strongly. Lille now in a position of desperate urgency.
Yeah, it's not looking good, Peter. Never say never, though.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. Maldini. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple.
I don't think they can assume that the game is safe. One slip can be really costly.
And this is Pele. Rice. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Played up towards the front line. Well, he's hit it. And that is that. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go.